Imagine celebrating the end of a brutal civil war, only to wake up the next morning to your nation's greatest hero lying dead. This was the heartbreaking reality Americans faced in April 1865. On the night of April 14, 1865, just days after the Union's victory in the Civil War, President Abraham Lincoln decided to attend a play at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. The air was electric with hope. The long, bloody conflict was over, and a new era seemed ready to begin. Lincoln, weary but optimistic, sought a rare evening of relaxation with his wife, Mary Todd Lincoln, and a few close friends. But lurking in the shadows was John Wilkes Booth, a famous actor and a fervent Confederate sympathizer. To Booth, Lincoln was not a savior, but a tyrant who had destroyed the South. His hatred had been festering for months, and now he saw his opportunity. At around 10:15 p.m., as laughter filled the theater during a comedic line in the play, Our American Cousin, Booth slipped into the president's private box. Armed with a single-shot Derringer pistol, he stepped behind Lincoln and pulled the trigger. The shot rang out a small sound, almost lost among the audience's laughter. But its impact would shatter the nation. Chaos erupted. Booth leapt from the balcony onto the stage, shouting, "Sic semper tyrannis!" Thus always to tyrants, the motto of Virginia. Though he broke his leg in the fall, he managed to escape the theater in the confusion. Lincoln, unconscious and gravely wounded, was carried across the street to a boarding house. There, doctors did everything they could, but it was hopeless. The bullet had lodged deep within his brain. At 7:22 a.m. the next morning, April 15th, President Abraham Lincoln died. Secretary of War Edwin Stanton famously said, "Now he belongs to the ages." The nation was stunned. People wept openly in the streets. Even Lincoln's political enemies mourned the loss. The man who had held the Union together, who had called on the better angels of our nature, was gone. John Wilkes Booth fled, but the largest manhunt in American history would bring him to justice 12 days later. The tragedy of Lincoln's assassination left deep scars on America, changing the course of Reconstruction and leaving questions that still echo. Today, what if Lincoln had lived? What kind of nation might have been built under his guiding hand? In a moment meant for healing, America instead plunged into mourning, and history would never be the same.